Welcome to German soccer highlights on week 37, the last but 1 week of the season. Hi there, I'm Toby Charles. Our first game today, Nuremberg, 7th in the table with 41 points against Karlsruhe, 9th with 37 points. The first chance of the match, in fact, the only real chance in the first half for Nuremberg, but Oli Kahn, the Karlsruhe keeper, managed to grab the ball before it crossed the line. So no score at half-time. Disappointment for the 35,000 Nuremberg fans. But Nuremberg stayed on the attack in the second half, playing now from right to left. A shot there from Golka. But straight, as you saw, into the arms of Oli Kahn. Watch this now. Siech. And that wasn't well wide. In fact, it hit the outside of the post. And again, Nuremberg kept pressing forward, and another chance there, this time for Eckstein. The home team missing one chance after the other. Mehmet Scholl for Karlsruhe. Only one defeat against Nuremberg in their last 8 games, by the way. And Nuremberg lost 1-0 in Karlsruhe earlier in the season. That shot from Dietmar. The fans urging their team forward in an effort to get them into Europe next season in the UEFA Cup. And they go 1-0 up in the 60th minute. Christian Wück, his 8th goal of the season, catching Oli Kahn on the wrong foot. And it should have been 2-0 there. Eckstein again, missing a simple chance. And when you miss chances like that, you generally have to pay for it. Mehmet Scholl in the 76th minute, his 4th goal of the season. Vinny Schaefer, the Karlsruhe coach, delighted. Here it is again. Andy Kupke in the Nuremberg goal, unsighted. And then 4 minutes from time. Nuremberg had so many chances, but they didn't take them. Mehmet Scholl into the middle. There's Kriek. 2-1 for Karlsruhe. Here it is again. And this goal by Kriek giving Karlsruhe a 2-1 victory. "30,000 fans in the Fritz-Walter Stadium in Kaiserslautern to see the home team play Düsseldorf. Kaiserslautern on the attack in the all-red strip. Unbeaten at home this season. The reigning champions, that shot from Markus Krantz. And in their last match at home, Kaiserslautern quite naturally wanted to delight the fans. And Hotic there on the turn. And the save by Jörg Schmatke. The fans pleased with their side. And a corner in the 17th minute. And there's Thomas Vogel from former East Germany. What's the little back heel there by Stumpf? And Vogel making it 1-0 for the home side in the 17th minute. The fans beating out the victory drum for Kaiserslautern. And there, Schubert was right through, but the linesman waved play on. He wasn't offside. And Kalle Feldkamp must have been a bit nervous about his defence. But he wasn't nervous about his attack. And the referee decided that that was handball by Schutz. Kuppel can't believe it, but a penalty it is. Stefan Kuntz takes it in the 43rd minute. His 10th goal of the season. And the few fans who'd made their way from Düsseldorf weren't too happy at half-time. And then Markus Krantz with a shot and a fine save by Schmatke at the start of the second half. But Düsseldorf also had their chances. Mistake here. And look at that. Schutz and Schubert. But no goal. And that's been the big problem with Düsseldorf all season. They've wasted so many chances. Kelly Feldkamp having a talk there to Marco Harbour. But really, Kaiserslautern had nothing to worry about in this game. They're going for a place in Europe in the UEFA Cup. Almost getting number 3 there. Through Kuntz. But 2-0 was the final score. 47,000 fans in the Cologne-Müngersdorf Stadium to see the home team play Schalke. Schalke on the attack in the all-blue strip. Schalke 12th in the table with 32 points. Still in danger of being relegated. Cologne hoping to finish among the top 5. But a great shot there from Zenscheit, bringing the best out of Bodo Ilkner, Cologne's international goalkeeper. Then Cologne moved forward. Greiner, Ordenovitz getting up well. The header, though, as you saw, over the top. Earlier in the season, Cologne lost 3-0 in Gelsenkirchen, the home of Schalke. But they've won their last 5 home matches against Schalke. And they take the lead seconds before the interval with a tremendous shot from Hansi Flick, former Bayern Munich player. His first goal of the season in the Bundesliga for Cologne. 1-0 at half-time. In the second half now, Cologne playing from left to right with Danish international Henrik Andersen. Lovely 1-2, Andersen right through. The fans naturally delighted in the 70th minute. Told to is Jörg Berger. He doesn't look it, though, the Cologne coach, talking to his assistant. But look at that lovely 1-2, putting Andersen free. He rounds Lehmann in the Schalke goal. 2-0. And then seconds before the final whistle, Andersen again, who had a fine match, setting up the 9th goal of the season for Henry Fuchs. 3-0, the final score. Stuttgart Kickers 18th. Mönchengladbach in the all-white strip, playing in front of a crowd of 17,000 in drizzling rain. That's Marine to Schwartz. And look at that shot in the 35th minute. Stuttgart Kickers, who need every point, going a goal up. Tremendous shot. Kamp's got his fingertips to it, but he couldn't stop it. So 1-0 for Stuttgart Kickers at half-time. But in the second half, it was practically all Mönchengladbach. Kastenmeier, the cross. Beautiful header from Hans-Jörg Kriens, his 7th goal of the season. 1-1 after 46 minutes. Gladbach getting the equaliser right at the start of the second half. And look at that shot from Thomas Kastenmeier in the 86th minute. His 5th goal of the season. What a tremendous effort. And that goal giving Mönchengladbach a 2-1 victory. And Jürgen Gelsdorf, the Gladbach coach, delighted. Our next game on German soccer highlights. Dortmund against Leverkusen in the Dortmund Westfalen Stadium. A capacity 50,000 crowd, but Leverkusen have the first chance of the match through Ulf Kirsten. He collides with Stefan Klose. What's that there? Klose, the Dortmund keeper, was able to continue, but that man, Heiko Herrlich, came on in place of Ulf Kirsten, who had to go off injured. And there was some great end-to-end play in this game. Dortmund undefeated at home this season, and they won 2-0 in Leverkusen earlier in the season. Rummenigge. In fact, Leverkusen have never won in Dortmund. And Leverkusen needing every point. They're 4th with 43 points. But only just ahead of Kaiserslautern and Cologne. That was before this game. Andreas Thom with a chance. He hesitated a little bit too long. Rummenigge who's had a great season. A beautiful pass to Stefan Chapuisat. He turns inside. 1-0 for Dortmund after 38 minutes. The Swiss international, known to all the fans as Chappie, with his 19th goal of the season. Watch there how he turns inside, beats Verns. No chance for Rudiger Vollborn. A beautiful goal by Stefan Chapuisat. Leverkusen, to their credit, came back well. Mix up in the Dortmund defence. Chance for Andy Fischer, but he couldn't take it. So Dortmund leading by 1-0 at half-time. In the second half now, Dortmund on the attack with Flemming Poulsen, who had a brilliant match, the Danish international. There he turned Verns inside out. He's often being criticised, but not by that man there, not by Ottmar Hitzfeld, the Dortmund coach. Chapuisat, Poulsen, into the side netting. Flemming Poulsen has played in every game for Dortmund this season. No wonder he's tired. And then the 63rd minute, Knut Reinhardt knocking it forward. Chapuisat. Reinhardt makes the run into the box. Chapuisat across. There's Reinhardt. 2-0 for Dortmund after 63 minutes. Knut Reinhardt with his 3rd goal of the season. Lovely cross by Stefan Chapuisat. Reinhardt delighted. And Dortmund hadn't finished. Reinhard Saftisch probably realised that, the Leverkusen coach. Michael Rummenigge. Lush. Poulsen. Flemming Poulsen crowning his brilliant performance with his 7th goal of the season. The great Dane had a great match. Leverkusen had the last word through Jorginho in the 80th minute, but it made no difference because in the end, Dortmund came out on top by 3-1.